trace your outline, measure every line, but they don't know what sparked the flame when you wrote that first rhyme.
Blueprints.
Easy.
But brilliance is divine. They copy the swagger, the tone, the flow. Same outfit, same beat, same camera glow. But they don't know the nights I broke, the wars I fought, the tears I soaked. They mimic my voice, but it ain't got weight, cause they never spoke truth, only try to imitate. See, you can copy the form, but not the fight. You can chase my sun, but never steal my light. Blueprints ain't brilliance, nah, never was. They just follow the steps, I became the cause. You can study the path, still miss the climb, cause I built this soul one scar at a time. Blueprints ain't brilliance, can't fake that gold. I don't follow trends, I break the mold. They hit replay on my every move, zoom in on the shoes, the crew, the groove, but they don't feel the pressure I stood through when the world said no and I still pushed through. I bleed verses, I live this ink. They remix lines but miss the link. It ain't about bars, it's about the bruise. They wear the crown but they didn't pay dues. You can't download courage, you can't stream pain, you can't Photoshop hunger, you can't clone rain. Brilliance ain't shared in a Google Doc, it's earned with every door that got locked. Blueprints ain't brilliance, nah, never was. They just follow the steps, I became the cause. You can study the path, still miss the climb, cause I built this soul one scar at a time. Blueprints ain't brilliance, can't fake that gold. I don't follow trends, I break the mold. So trace my shadow, copy my style, but you'll never touch the spark that made this worth the while. Trace my shadow, copy my style, but you'll never touch the spark that made this worth the while.
They copied the look, even try to match the tone, but what's etched in my soul, that's mine alone. You wear my colors, but you don't bleed them. You echo my words, but you don't mean them. You mimic the rhythm, but you ain't got the reason. Style fades fast, so don't change with seasons. I carve truth in every rhyme I wrote. You chase the trend, I built the note. There's no app for real emotion, no shortcut to devotion. What I give comes from a place where silence meets the ocean. Style is the shadow, but soul is the print. Mine's in every scar, in every hint. You can fake the walk, borrow the spin, but you'll never own the soul I'm living in. This is my soulprint, my light, my skin, etched by fire, not brushed in. I'm not a trend, I'm a timeline. I don't flex, I define mine. They wanna wear me like merch, but I built this from the dirt. No filter on my journey, no edits on this hurt. You copy my joy, skip my grind, but I kept walking even when the world went blind. They can't feel the moments I held my breath, when I almost gave up, danced with death. But I rose again, more than skin. That's my soul print, inked within. Not in the look, not in the fame. Soul prints etched in every name. I healed, I helped, I held through flame. That's not a brand, on the soul I'm living in. This is my soul print, my light, my skin, etched by fire, not brushed in.
One day they'll forget the outfits, the trends, the noise, but they'll remember the voice that came with soul. That's my print, that's what stays whole. One day they'll forget the outfits, the trends, the noise, but they'll remember the voice that came with soul. That's my print, that's what stays whole.
They filmed our journey, paused, rewind, zoomed in, but we were out there, living the truth they only pretend to begin.
They watched from corners of rooms they never dared to leave. Took notes, took shots, but never learned to breathe. Every move we made, they analyzed frame by frame, but never once stepped in the rain. Never once risked the flame. They screenshot the hustle, but never carried the weight. They followed the recipe, but skipped the plate. They watched, we lived, we broke, we gave, we built, we did. They talked, we walked, they posed, we prayed, they paused, we pressed play. They watched, we lived, they copied the chapter, we wrote the script. See, we were out at 2 a.m. chasing vision. They were sipping tea, making revision. We made mistakes raw and real. They stayed perfect but numb to feel. They judged the stumbles, missed the climb. We were bleeding purpose line by line. They shared opinions, we shared time. They seek approval, we defined. We cried in silence, laughed in chaos, held on to nothing but gave it our all. They watched us burn just to see if we'd crawl, but we danced in fire and we didn't fall. They watched, we lived, we broke, we gave, we built, we did. They talked, we walked, they posed, we prayed, they paused, we pressed play. They watched, we lived, they copied the chapter, we wrote the script. They'll say they were there, but only we know. Only we felt what it meant to grow. They watched, we lived.
Everybody's talking, nobody's listening. Echoes bouncing off empty walls. But the crown don't shine if you never heard truth.
Scroll like repost, same line, same boast. They copy each other, then claim they the GOAT. 1,000 voices in a padded cell. None of them real, just noise they sell. Algorithms built the throne. Clicks and clout, that's how they're known. But in silence, kings are grown. In shadows where truth is sown. I don't speak to trend, I speak to shake, to wake the minds they try to fake. While they echo praise and recycled bars, we craft the scars into golden stars. Echo chamber kings ruling glass-made zones, loud with the hype but empty in tone. Mirrors in their palace, no windows to see, but real ones break silence and set thought free. Echo chamber kings with digital rings, but truth wears quiet, and that's what stings. They only hear what feeds their pride. Mute the facts, let fiction ride. Surrounded by clones that clap on cue, but no one's real enough to challenge what's true. I step in with truth like a war cry deep, while they play charades for dopamine's keep. I don't need a filter, don't need a script. I'm built on grit, not viral clips. They post what's safe, I say what's right. They play for views, I live to ignite. See kings that only rule over praise will crumble fast in fire's blaze. Real kings listen, real kings fall and rise and learn. Echoes fade, but truth returns. Echo chamber kings ruling glass-made zones, loud with the hype but empty in tone. Mirrors in their palace, no windows to see, but real ones break silence and set thought free. Echo chamber kings with digital rings, but truth wears quiet, and that's what stings. And that's what stings. All hail the kings of their own reflection. But when the crowd fades, so does the crown.
Some write for likes, but the real ones, they bleed.
They bleed ink.
I don't pen rhymes, I pour veins. This ain't just art, it's weather pain. Every syllable's a scar I wear. Each bar is breath from battles bare. They jot words, I spill truth. They chase fame, I feed youth. You read a verse, I relive a day. They post for hype, I write to pray.
The real ones bleed ink, not for fame or gold. They write what hurts, they write what holds. Not every line is clean, not every rhyme is bright, but it's real, it's raw, it's their fight in the night. The real ones bleed ink, soul to skin, carving their story from deep within.
They write what sells, I write what saves. They follow trends, I write through waves. I held a pen like I held my breath, writing verses to survive near death. No ghostwriter, no safety net, just me and truth, unpaid debt. And if it shakes you good, that's the goal. Cause real rap ain't just noise, it's soul. You feel the ink in your chest when it ain't just a verse, it's a confession, a resurrection, a mirror with no filter, just raw reflection.
The real ones bleed ink, not for fame or gold. They write what hurts, they write what holds. Not every line is clean, not every rhyme is bright, but it's real, it's raw, it's their fight in the night. The real ones bleed ink, soul to skin, carving their story from deep within.
In your chest will count scars. They make content, we make stars.
Yeah, you got the drip, you got the walk, you studied the moves, but missed the talk. You copied the shoes, the tags, the tone, but you missed the why, the backbone. You studied the angles, watched every spin, but never once asked what burned within. See, motion ain't mission, style ain't soul. You rockin' my rhythm, but lost all control. They dancing to look good, I move with intent. They flexing for stories, I'm building cement. Steal my moves, miss my mission. You ain't built with the same ignition. Looks ain't legacy, vibes ain't vision. It's purpose that drives the real edition. Steal my moves, go ahead, have fun, but you'll never outrun what I've become. for the dream, you sweat for the gram. We ain't the same, I'm soul, you scam. I turn breakdowns into blueprints. You chasing lights with loose prints. I took pain, made power. You took trends, made towers that fall in an hour. Your moves are just noise without the mission behind. You can strut like me, but you're out of time. That was never yours to juggle. Steal my moves, miss my mission. You ain't built with the same ignition. Looks ain't legacy, vibes ain't vision. It's purpose that drives the real addition. Steal my moves, go ahead, have fun, but you'll never outrun what I've become. Keep dancing like me. Keep acting like you know. But my mission is miles ahead, and you'll never catch the soul. No gloss, no glam, no edits, just the heat, right where it stands. I don't write for approval, I write from ache. No sugarcoat lines, I don't do fake. They filter their pain just to stay on trend. I spit mine raw, beginning to end. You polish your truth for aesthetic views. I scream mine loud with dirt on my shoes. No PR team, no brand facade, just a soul on fire and a pen with God.
No filter, just fire. No script, no liar. You get the storm, the scream, the scar. Not dressed up dreams for a viral star.
No filter, just flame. If it shakes you, I ain't ashamed.
They crop the cracks, I let them show. Cause the flaws are where my roots still grow.
No ghostwriter, no auto-tune skin. Every verse I drop got ashes within. See, you mute the dark to sell the light. I blend them both, that's real insight. Not here for claps, not here to please. I'm the voice that breaks your echo chamber peace.
Truth don't need a filter. Pain don't wear makeup. Purpose don't wait for perfect. And fire don't fake up.
No filter, just fire.
No script, no liar. You get the storm, the scream, the scar.
Not dressed up dreams for a viral star. No filter, just flame. If it shakes you, I ain't ashamed.
Let them filter their truth till it's pretty and dead.
I'll spit mine ugly, alive, and fed.
Truth till it's pretty and dead.
I'll spit mine ugly, alive, and fed.
They try to clone the glory, but you can't duplicate divine.
We were made original, handwritten by design.
They printing copies by the dozen. Same pose, same sound, same cousin. But I ain't from a template, I'm from a storm. Broke the mold the day I was born. No barcode on my back, no brand on my skin. This is legacy, not marketing spin. While they chase trends that vanish quick, I walk with purpose that's stone and thick.
God made originals, never repeats. We ain't born to blend, we're born to lead. No carbon copy, no second skin. I'm the first and only, built to win. God made originals, truth design, so I walk loud, unrefined. I wasn't made for your algorithm's lane. I was carved through fire, tears and flame. I don't need to fit, I redefine. I don't echo, I realign. They remix faces, style and names, but purpose ain't found in fame games. I'm signed by the one who don't mass produce. Every line I live, that's living proof.
You weren't born to blend in, you weren't made to shrink. You're a fingerprint on the face of creation, unmatched, unlike.
God made originals, never repeats. We ain't born to blend, we're born to lead. No carbon copy, no second skin. I'm the first and only, built to win. God made originals, truth design, so I walk loud, unrefined. They can try to dress like me, talk like me, even walk like me, but this soul, one of one, signed by God.
God made originals, never repeats. We ain't born to blend, we're born to lead.
No carbon copy, no second skin. I'm the first and only, built to win. God made originals, truth designed, so I walk loud, unrefined. They can try to dress like me, talk like me, even walk like me, but the soul, one of one, signed by God. They burn the book, but not the soul. They try to end the story, but I still roll. They lit matches to my name, try to ash my flame, rip the pages from my truth. Thought I'd break, thought I'd lose, but the fire didn't end me. It refined me, reshaped me. Every chapter they erased came back bolder, engraved, not laced. They try to turn my pain into silence, but I made it my soundtrack of defiance. I'm not what they erased, I'm what they couldn't face. Burnt pages, unshaken spirit. They try to end it, I made them hear it. Smoke in the air, but breathe in my chest. I rise from the ruins, still giving my best. Burnt pages, but soul on fire. You can't kill the voice of raw desire. They tore my script and laughed at the fall, but I used the ashes to build my wall. Each scar is now a lyric, each bruise is a beat. Every tear I shed became my heat. You see ashes, I see ink. You see loss, I see the brink of a comeback you ain't ready for, of a spirit too real to ignore. You can burn my past, you can bury my name, but truth don't fade, it returns like flame. And I return with it. Burnt pages, unshaken spirit. They tried to end it, I made them hear it. Smoke in the air, but breathe in my chest. I rise from the ruins, still giving my best. Burnt pages, but soul on fire. You can't kill the voice of raw desire. They thought it ended, but I was just beginning. Still riding, still rising.